And it looks like we're getting underway right now. Looks like it really was just 1 second. Our runner's starting off in Link's house. First item is going to be a bee in a bottle that's going to make a quick Kakariko check when they go back to check the sick kid. That map check gives us at least 2 crystals in the light world. It gives us a red crystal in Eastern Palace and a standard blue crystal in Tower Hera. And the other red crystal is going to be Desert Palace, meaning that 3 of the dungeons in the Dark World are going to hold pendants for us. And we do have a fire rod as our starting item, so magic is going to be a consideration for our runners today. Now, in standard mode, I'm not sure if hard mode changes this, but in standard mode, anything that uses a resource, if you have to save and quit during the escape sequence, you will get some or all of that resource back when you restart.
See, this is what I'm talking about, a fire rod escape. Very limited, you can't do a lot of farming, and we're going to really test our runners through this entire escape sequence. I mean, it's nice because it takes down enemies with 1 shot, but you only have, what, 8 shots with it?
Yes, with standard magic capacity, you have 8 fire rod shots, and that is all our runners are going to have in hard mode. There is no half magic available. And with both of our runners picking up a bomb drop, that means that they are going to be able to check the backside of escape when they get there. They will not have to make the loop back at a later point in the seed.
Yeah, so it's going to test our runners just a little bit less now, since they don't have to farm for those bombs. Down to the Zelda cell, and we get a hammer.
There we go. And our hammer is going to do tempered sword level damage, which means that we are not going to need a sword for a while, but the hammer's hitbox can be a little bit weird, especially if you're aiming vertically. So our runners, if they haven't rigorously trained with their hammer strats, it's going to be a little bit iffy.
Yeah, I think the runners that we have today are going to be able to handle those hammer strats. I mean, it does make it a little bit more difficult, but there's a reason why they're in the fall tournament. They should be able to handle the hammer pretty well. Our runners are pretty in sync. BBB Kermit is just a little bit behind.
But, I mean, at this point in the seed, a couple seconds is going to disappear rapidly.
Yeah, you don't win or lose a race in escape, that's for sure. But the escape has been a nice escape, giving us both 2 items that are mandatory to complete these runs, and early bombs
for our backside of the escape check.
So there's not going to be any bomb problems today. They can head right into Kakariko and just bomb their way through it.
Yep. BBB Kermit isn't going to have problems either. because he... Actually, no, BB Kermit might be missing a bomb, unless he gets a bomb from one of the chests, or opts to stop into the rat hut in Kakariko, because he has 3 bombs right now. He needs 1 for the backside of the escape, and 3 to completely clear out Kakariko.
Alright, let's see what's in the back of escape. Oh, and Kermit drops a bomb.
Kermit accidentally missed a bomb, and getting the power gloves out of the backside of escape. That is an important find this early.
So we're actually 2/3 the way to the Dark World now. Just need to find that moon pearl. Under 6 minutes for Asazas doing escape. That's great. And Kermit just right behind him, just over 6 minutes.
Yep.
That was a really good escape for both of our runners.
And what has come to be like the default route starting off, we're probably going to see asazas and BB Kermit both check the Lumberjack ledge and then move into Lost Woods. But you might opt to skip Lumberjack ledge if you're confident that you don't think you'll need whatever item is up there. And it looks like that's what asazas is doing.
Yeah, and being an all dungeons race, you might just save it because you're going to have to do Aga anyways. So you can check it after clearing Aga and getting the boots. So it makes sense to clear it. Though checking it's not a bad idea either. And we get bombs from the tree pool, so we're ready to bomb our way through Kakariko now.
Yep, so that thing I said about Kermit missing bombs is no longer valid.
And I think they have enough money now that they could get 100 rupees in Blind's Hut and the well to pay off that bottle vendor.
Yeah, I think it's 30 rupees comes out of Blind's Hut, and then you get a handful in the well. I think they will come out with 100.
So for chat and anyone who's just turning in now, we are doing all dungeons standard randomized sword hard mode, and the question mark is a sword, so that we're not doing Uncle Assured swords. Swords can be anywhere, and being hard mode, there's only 3 of them.
Finding the lantern in the back of Blind's Hut, that's going to be important because that puts our dark rooms into logic early.
Yeah, these runners can do the dark rooms, but it's always nice finding that lantern early.
Especially because now there are no logical concerns about whether you should or should not have an item based on the items that you have.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, let's just find 300 rupees in the bottom of the well.
Money concerns are no longer a concern, and our first sword as well.
Finding the Cane of Burner, which in this mode is not going to be very useful. In hard mode, the Cane of Burner no longer makes you invulnerable.
Yeah, not as useful as it normally is. And Bottle Vendor just rips us off. So we're just under 10 minutes in, and we've got quite a few items. The only problem is none of the items really send us anywhere.
No, we're starting to get hints of Dark World access for Hype Cave, assuming you can drop bombs as a bunny, which I'm not sure. And our second sword in Kakariko, that is really fast for a tier 2 sword.
Yeah, it is. Makes hard mode just a little bit easier. So do you head east or you go south from here? Since we haven't really found anything.
I mean, our runners can take down Aga at this point.
That is true. But you still have all of... you have a lot of chests to open before I would do a unit. Or Aghanim, excuse me.
Certainly so. You have your South Shore checks to make, and you can fake Flipper up to... You can't do much in Zor's domain, but if you have the rupees, you can go buy the Zor item. But that's a weak play if that's the only thing you can do.
Kermit really wanted those bombs doing the race game for him. Let's see what the dam gives us. Just a piece of heart. And again, being hard mode, it feels like whenever you get a piece of heart, you take it because you're not going to see as many of them.
Absolutely.
If this was normal, I imagine they'd probably skip it, but...
Yeah, because in normal mode you get 11 heart containers, so the relative value of a heart piece drops.
Yeah, quite a bit. So what's Mini Moldarm Cave going to give us? 5 rupees, 20 rupees, 5 rupees, a full heart. Wow, tempered sword already.
Tempered sword on asazas.
Temper Sword, 12 minutes into the game, and that honestly makes the hard mode a lot easier.
Oh yeah, it certainly doesn't trivialize it by any means, but it's going to be a lot easier for our runners at this point.
We'll call it semi-hard mode. And Ice Rod Cave, just another piece of heart. BB Kermit making his way towards Mini Moldarm Cave as well now. Did he take a death?
I did not see. I was busy fighting with the tracker. Kermit about to pull his temper sword out of Mini Moldarm Cave.
Oh, he checked,
looks like he saved and quit after. Yeah.
Okay. Just 20 rupees on the lumberjack ledge. And it looks like Azazus is going to head up to Death Mountain. I like this play. You got the
Not
glove.
a bad play.
You got the lamp. Could save the old man.
Could do, but without the mirror, there's not a whole lot you can do up here once you finish up with your spectacle rock check.
Yeah, maybe old man's got a hook shot for us. Maybe he's just waiting for us to get it.
That'd be pretty lucky.
He just gives us a piece of his heart. It's unfortunate.
He loves you for taking him back to his cave.
But you do have the Spectacle Rock cave check, so we can check that hint and grab that item as well. So
Yep, new in version 30, the randomizer, the telepathic hint tiles that would normally be used for Sahasrara to give Link insight into what she should do next, now can give you hints as to where an item might be located.
And Kermit's going to head east, so we're going to see Sasharala's closet and possibly a dip in Eastern Palace.
And that's another factor of version 30. Sometimes the hints are junk. There's money in the banana stand, even though there is no banana stand.
And Sasharala's closet isn't got much. Gives us a bit of green goo, and that's about it.
Puts us closer to Zora money, though.
So we're running out of spots before we need to do Aga 1. We've got Eastern. We've got Zora. I think that's about it. And honestly, doing Aga in an all dungeon seed isn't that big of a deal, because you got to do it one way or another.
We got both of our runners finishing the loop onto Eastern Palace. Or looping back into Eastern Palace.
And we have convergence. Oh, we got flippers now.
Ooh.
So that gives us a couple more checks as well that is in logic, and some arrows is in the dark. So very helpful hint for us. The bow would be a nice find. Just being able to clear this out. I mean, it's not going to happen, but it would be nice. We'll have to be on the lookout for those arrows in the dark for sure, though. Very important.
Clearly, they're the key to the seed.
Yeah, very important.
But with the items we found so far, chat's telling us that the Armless Knights do have an item, but we can't get to them without the bow.
Yeah, so I wonder, where's Kermit going?
I don't know. He can't make it through this. Oh, he's getting rupees for the.
Yeah, that makes
sense. He's gonna get rupees for Zora, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. You got the flippers, so you can do all your water checks, and then go grab, go give Zora his money.
Yep.
And you also get the mushroom fetch quest as well, added to all that. So we'll see what's on the island here. We'll find out what Hobo's going to give us. Got a ferry to visit, and then we'll go visit some Zoras.
This is a good route.
Just bombs on the island.
And for those of you who want to know where everybody stands on the group stage, you can head to the challenge page for the Fall 2018 Rando Tourney.
I like Zazas routing as well because it allows us to turn in that mushroom, and we got a book.
Oh, the hobo was learning to read, but he gave the book up to us.
He's read it enough times, just passing it off now. What's the mushroom going to give us? Just 20 rupees.
Yeah, which is just buying drugs.
Zazas, not saving his money for Zora, goes ahead and buys a blue potion. Interesting.
Yep. So we're going to see how this is going to play out for him.
Looks like he's probably going to set up the Houlihan room.
Maybe. He didn't quite have the money anyway. He was at 476. But it looks like he might be setting the Houlihan room. You're exactly right. The Houlihan room is an error correction room in Link to the Past code. If the game doesn't know where to send you because you've disconnected the camera from your motion, instead of having some sort of error or crashing, it will send you here instead.
Nice way to get, what, 240 rupees?
245, I believe.
Okay. And Kermit tosses in his bottle and gets a free blue potion, so he saved a couple bucks there too as well.
Uh, 225, I'm sorry. Chat's correcting my math.
So this is going to tell us if we're going to do a AGA 1 or not right here.
Yep.
Wow, those flippers just trolled us. Well, it did give us the book, so we can actually enter Desert Palace and maybe open a couple chests there as well.
Yep, we can enter Desert Palace. We have fire sources, so we could potentially clear it if we're not boots locked.
Yeah, that's right. Have we seen a map check?
We have all We have a 5-6 crystal in Desert Palace and Eastern, and number 4 was Hera.
Okay, so yeah, this desert place seems pretty good. It's unfortunate that Kermit went here earlier looking for that item, but yeah, we're gonna head this way and get a couple more dollars from the crabs.
I never quite understood the hoarder crabs.
Like, why do they hoard stuff, or where does it come from?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they're a little strange. What do we have on Desert Ledge? Our mitts.
Ooh. Nice quick place to find them.
So we really just need that moon pearl.
Yeah, and then we're good to go. That's exactly where Kermit's gonna go.
Yeah, we may be able to clear this. We'll see if it's boots locked or not.
Kermit's gonna check this chest. Go to the torch. So we got a big key. All we're looking for is a small key at the moment.
Yeah, but that means we can clear the dungeon.
Yep. And we are not boots locked. The map's sitting on the torch. And
we don't have to go into Hera.
That's a very valid clue because it tells us that the only thing waiting in the basement is the compass, so we don't need to go to the basement.
Yeah, a very valuable clue. I like that. That's a good one.
And there's that small key.
So we're going to full clear desert, and we're going to get our mitts. Are we going to find the moon pearl here?
Looks like Kermit's banking on something. 2 chests on the right side. It's a decent play to make.
And missed Aghanim's closet earlier when Kermit went here. It's just a full heart.
Hey, there we go. There's Dark World.
So the Dark World map is open for business.
All we're really looking for right now is a mirror to make a party really happen.
A mirror hook shot would be nice.
Yep, hookshot would put the east side of Death Mountain into play, and really it would let our runners link up to Tower of Hera, which would otherwise require the mirror.
Yeah, that's right. And getting the mitts this early means when we finally get access to East Dark Mountain, we can just clear the whole thing out, saving we find the hook shot soon. We're going to see our first dungeon cleared here in just a couple minutes. Seed has been really linear, but now that we've got access to a ton of spots in the Dark World, we might see some divergence.
Linear and generous, too.
Yeah. Getting both the fire rod and the hammer and escape was nice. But now we've got tempered sword, and for a hard mode, we've got a lot of hearts. Kermit picks up an extra shot of that fire rod just to make this land mole fight just a little bit easier. Okay, so this is a little surprising. Azaza saved and quit.
What is he planning to do? He's gonna enter the Dark World without the Moon Pearl?
No, he grabbed the Moon Pearl.
Okay, the tracker's just having a Friday.
But did he grab the mitts? Here's our look. We've got green pendant at pod. We've got Tower of Hera as a pendant and Swamp Palace as a pendant.
We got blue crystals on the side, so Swamp Palace, or Skullwoods, Thieves Town, and Mire, all blue crystals. Also got a blue crystal in Ice Palace.
Yeah, and it's not as important because we have to clear all of the dungeons, but it is nice to know which ones are the most important to get to Ganon's Tower. And we're going to get our hype cave check. How hype is it going to be? It's not starting off great. It's a 0 out of 10, maybe?
Question mark out of 10? Because you never know what that shovel's hiding.
So, I'm just curious as to what happened with Azaza. Why did he not grab the? Did he not see the mitts? I'm sure he checked.
We're gonna find out once we get the menu back to the shovel. We're gonna see whether he has them or not.
And why not just clear out desert while you're there as well? That was a little strange.
That's a good question.
He does not have the mitts. But he did find the bow. Okay, so Hype Cave is going to get... Hype Cave gets a little bit more hype now that we get the bow from it. And you know what that means? That means we can clear both Eastern and Pod right now.
Once we find the mirror. He might be banking on getting the flute and the mirror before needing the mitts, because that means that he can just loop it back in when he goes to check Mire, and then he can just mirror back to desert.
I suppose, but why wouldn't you just grab them when you had them? That's the question. I mean, he's losing time just by having to walk all the way around to enter the Dark World from Kakariko. So I just think he either forgot that they were there or didn't see them as he passed by them.
It's entirely possible he didn't see them if he just saw them at like the edge or the bottom of his screen.
And Dig Game just gives us a couple more bombs. Aziz is going to clear out Skull Woods now, though, since he already has the fire rod.
Oh yeah, that's right. Barney making the excellent point that without the mitts, you can't even get into Mire if you have the flute.
Yeah.
Because the portal is protected by a black rock.
Yeah, so that's strange. He just must have not have seen them or had forgotten about them.
But the flute will put him back in the desert, and it might give him another chance to see it. But we'll see.
It's gonna unless he finds it soon. It's gonna cost him some time though.
Yep.
Hammer Pigs just gives us a big 20.
Just a big 20. Nothing important here.
And Azazus hasn't opened up anything. Oh, we got the swag net there in Skull Woods, which gives us really nothing because you can't even trap fairies in hard mode. So
about the only thing it does is let you do swagging him, but they're not going to try that because they got the tempered sword.
The Village of Outcasts hasn't really given us anything yet either. But Thieves Town is fully clearable. So Kermit's going to make his way into Thieves Town and see if we can find any sort of progression there.
It's a good play. He does everything he needs to clear it. He even has a hammer to check the big chest if it comes to it.
Did he find both items in Skullwoods?
Unfortunately, I did not notice. Chat,
we saw the net. So either Moth is going to have the item, or we're going to have to go downstairs and grab it. The Moth fight's going to be nice and smooth since we've got that tempered sword. It only takes, what, 4 slashes to take him down.
Whatever the number is, it's not going to be many unless he gets knocked against the spikes too many times. The spikes in Matio's room have an interesting property in that they reset the damage of they reset any damage that Matio would suffer to 0. So if you bounce him into the spikes, he takes no damage.
Yeah, which is the opposite of every other enemy. Quake is in a chest requiring a specialist to unlock. So we know where Quake is. That's helpful. And we get our second item in Skull Woods as Azazus takes down Mothula.
Yep. Which means that we do need to complete the blacksmith's chain.
So I imagine Azazus probably heads down towards Thieves Town, and we're going to get a little convergence down there in the Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town area.
And
we find our blue
Thieves Town.
Yeah, which is the highest you can upgrade here in Thieves Town, or in the game in hard mode. I gotta tell you, this being a hard mode has blessed us, our runners, with quite a bit of safeties, giving us 7 hearts already, tempered sword, and now blue mail. It didn't really want to challenge our runners.
No, it threw him a softball today.
A lot of times in hard mode, you can see, you know, fighter sword, 4 heart, blind fights, but that's not going to be how our runners go for it. And rubber games is just bombs.
Yep. That said, though, the sword level doesn't really matter for blind fight so much because any source of damage will deal 1 damage to blind, and you have to deal 9 damage in order to take him down.
Yeah, but the extra reach that the tempered sword gives you is nice. It's not a huge difference, but it's nice.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not something you think about with the extended hitbox of the higher level sword.
Yeah, and Kermit showing us he's practiced this blind fight. So far, not taking any damage. It takes 1, so pretty good blind fight there, and rewarded with 3 bombs.
Yep.
So as Azasis goes through Thieves Town, I imagine Kermit heads up and clears out Skull Woods while he's here.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be any more problem for assassins than it was for Kermit.
Yeah, just gonna do a little flip-flop. One's gonna take on Thieves Town while the other one takes on Skull Woods. Just trying to mix it up a bit.
He's really wanted to put bombs all over the place. Bombs up on the bumper ledge we're never gonna go get.
You don't want to take 4 minutes to grab 3 bombs in a race?
That's not how I like to spend a Friday night. And while we have a little bit of a lull here, I want to take the time to tell you to follow the Speed Gaming 1 through 6, and then a link to the past Randomizer 1 through 5. If you like watching speed runs, we got a lot of them.
Yeah, and we got a lot of races going on right now as well. Today is, and this weekend is going to be packed with Link to the Past random fall tournament goodness.
Yep. Mitts are on the
Including
Desert Palace.
myself.
Yep, we got Fear Agent versus 1UP40 at about 10:30 tonight. To answer Troby's question, yeah, the Titan's Mitts are on the Desert Palace ledge, and we're not quite sure what led him to pass them up.
Yeah, what was strange is he had the big key to clear the Desert Palace as well. So not only did he not clear Desert Palace, he didn't go grab those mitts. So maybe just a brain fart and forgot about him. I think that's about all I can think about. Those Gibdos giving Kermit just a little bit of a trouble. He tries to make his way through lighting those torches.
Yeah, mummies are always a problem, I found.
Two hearts for Kermit as he takes on Mothula. He does have that blue goo. Let's see if he ends up using it as a safety.
Probably. This fight is generally not very nice.
It might be over before he gets a chance to, since he does have the tempered sword. And yep, he takes it down nice and easy. Kermit did get that hint, yeah. So he was the first of the runners to read the Quake hint, and picks up his third crystal. So he is ahead of Asazas by a full dungeon, because Asazas is going to have to go back and clear that desert palace. Let's watch as Asazas takes on Blind. Let's see if he makes it as easy as Kermit did.
Shouldn't be a problem for him.
Gets a little off script, but takes Blind down, no problem. And Asazas is going to pick up his second crystal. Now, there's one thing that we know that Kermit hasn't done, is picked up his bow. He does have the shovel because he went to Hype Cave, but he hasn't turned it in, I don't believe, because he headed straight to Thieves Town from Hype Cave.
Yeah, so Kermit doesn't have that bow, and that dig spot is one of those locations that is never quite in your path until you get Mire to check K45.
Yeah. So we'll see how long it takes Kermit to check the shovel spot and find his bow. I don't think he hasn't turned in his mushroom either. So kind of saving those fetch quests for later. But he might check it soon, because he's going to come up to the mountain and not find a way to the east side of the mountain, and so he's probably going to save and quit. He does have access to do Ice Palace though, so we might see that before he checks the bow spot.
Yep, and he's not going to be missing the bow for Ice Palace because you don't need it.
Kermit is going to do Spike Cave before he saves and quits, though. Spike Cave is one of those locations that always just bites me. I always wait to check it too long. And whenever I wait to check it, it's always got something important.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Asazas going to check Pyramid Ledge and probably head over to Pod as well. Just a piece of heart as a reward for traversing those spikes. Not much of a reward.
Nope. They're probably not even worth the green goo.
Alright, so it looks like Kermit is going to go get his bow right now. So
Yep.
we're going to see a little bit more convergence here. And Asazas gets those 300 rupees to add to his collection. Makes going to Pod a little bit easier. Making sure you can pay off that filthy monkey.
Filthy monkey, yep. Steals 100 rupees from you. 110, I think. And then he, but he does open Pod for you.
Yeah, I guess there is that.
I think Kermit's play at the moment is going to probably be Eastern and then Pod. It's not as easy as if you had the Mire, but it's not a horrible loop either.
Yeah, I imagine since he's already been to Eastern that he does Pod first with hopes of finding the Mire. That would be my guess, because I think Asazas is doing the same thing. You already been into Eastern, and if you find the Mire in Pod, it just makes a quick check.
But at the same time, not banking on finding the Mire in Pod means that you are more guaranteed that you can complete the dungeon, which is probably why we're seeing Kermit do it that way.
Sure. Yeah. So we got Azazas going to pod first, and then we got Kermit going to Eastern first. So we'll see which one ends up paying off.
So this is going to be a very interesting next couple minutes for us as viewers.
Yeah, Kermit's gonna, since he's already cleared everything out, he's just gonna head straight back and take down Armos Knights, making this a real quick clear. We did get that key, meaning that pod was not bow locked.
Not that it would matter since we have the bow, but it would matter if we didn't dig up the bow.
Yeah. Since this is an old dungeons run, it really makes sense to clear this out while you can. Being the green pendant also might give you something.
Yep.
So far, just keys in Palace of Darkness.
Oh, you know what they say, Palace of Darkness is all business in the front and then party in the back as we find this swirly coin.
So Kermit's really going to be incentivized to go to Ice Palace after this, after he makes his Eastern and pod clears.
Yeah, it's not a strong pull to ice, but it's not a non-existent pull either. As long as we don't have the mirror.
It seems pretty strong because we don't have a lot of locations left. I mean, we still can't do much in that. We can't get to the eastern side of the mountain, and we can't get into Swamp. Can't get into Mire, so can't get into Hera. I think Ice Palace is the play from here.
Not having the hookshot makes Ice Palace logic a little bit fiddly if you're not good with your bomb jumping, but these runners are probably pretty good at it.
Yeah, these guys know how to bomb jump with the best of them. And yeah, the hookshot, when it comes to the hookshot in the Ice Palace, I am probably one of the worst as far as logic goes. Don't ask me for an explanation on how to get the hook shot or what chest open in Ice Palace that can have the hook shot. I mess that up all the time. The unfortunate thing for Azazas, though, is he still doesn't have those mitts. So we'll see if he remembers and goes back and grabs them after this. If he doesn't get something like the hook shot or the mirror here in Palace of Darkness. And I like this routing from Kermit. Cleared out Eastern Palace. Go turn in the Pyramid Fairy Bomb. Find the big key to Palace of Darkness. And hopefully find some items. All we've gotten so far really is that Bombos coin.
Yeah, it's not nothing. We still haven't seen what we need to access Mire or Rock.
Yeah, that's true. We have ourselves a flute, ladies and gentlemen.
And we get... What do we get? Blue goo.
So, Pod had nothing for us, honestly. I mean, that Bombos medallion might come in handy, but as far as we know, right now, it's not much.
Nope. Azaza's taken an unfortunate death.
No, he death warped out of there.
Yeah, he death warped. Yeah, because he doesn't have the mirror, which makes routing Pot of pain.
Yeah, you never want to have to walk through from the back of Pod all the way to the front again. So just take a quick death, and you're good to go.
And he's banking on Helmasaur having the goods. Because remember, without the Titan's bits, he can't get into Ice Palace. And we're thinking that's the play, so...
Yeah, his checks are going to be limited after this without those Titan's mitts. Kermit puts the monkey to work for him as Azasis opens up the downstairs to go take on Helmasaur. Yeah, Signal Seas point out something that with Azasis turning in the Pyramid Fairy will get him his flute, which in turn will probably lead him back to those mitts. So that's going to be really helpful.
Certainly it will. It'll definitely at least nudge him that way. But he may not even need to do that because, as Dave just said, to get to the Fat Fairy, he has to go back to Clear Desert in the first place.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to talk to Azasis after this and ask him if he just missed them or what exactly happened, because that's so far been the story of the seed so far.
And yeah, why didn't he clear the desert when he had it?
Helmets gives us a full heart container. You know what I'm guessing is he got the Moon Pearl and realized, oh, I have access to desert or to the Dark World. Let me go do it. Like it got him excited, and in his excitement, noped out. That's my only guess.
That has to be it. That's the only thing I can think of.
So this is actually probably going to go clear out Eastern Palace now. I think, is that the Eastern Desert or 5-6, so he doesn't even have either one of them to get that Pyramid Fairy yet, so. I looked away. What did Green Pendant give us anything?
Green Pendant just gave us $20.
So just like we had the swap in Thieves Town and Skullwoods, we've got the swap in Eastern and Palace of Darkness, as Kermit now goes through Palace of Darkness and Azasis clears out to Eastern Palace.
Very, very neat play here. I like this seed so far.
Yeah, it really hasn't given us any monkey wrenches yet.
It gave us a couple monkeys, but that doesn't really, it's not the same thing.
That is true. And as you mentioned at the start, this is Kermit's first fall tournament match, and this is Azaza's, I believe, fourth?
It looks like second, actually, according to what I see on Challenge.
Oh, okay. And Azazas is the higher seeded player, so he is the one that chose all dungeon, standard, randomized sword, and hard. Their next match Kermit will choose, and then the third match will get a full randomized, with each player getting a chance to veto something that they don't want to play.
Yep. Each group has 6 members, and each member will play each other member 3 times for a total of 15 matches that will decide who moves on to the brackets. The top 2 runners in each group, so the top 3rd overall, will move on to brackets, reducing the field from 96 to 32 players.
And Kermit actually navigating the dark maze twice, as he forgot the big key in the hallway chest. and gives a nice little bomb toss as he picks up a heart to negate his
death warp denied.
Oh, man. I hate
that's
that.
hard.
Nothing worse than finding your 4th heart piece and refilling all your hearts as you try to death warp out of the dungeon. So Azaze is making the play here back to Desert, which will get him his mitts and the ability to clear out Desert, and we're going to have a really close race.
Yeah, it's certainly becoming a race today. Because once he goes back in the desert to pick up those mitts, then he can go to Fat Fairy and get the flute, and that's going to just open things up.
Yeah, it doesn't open up a lot. The couple things I can think of that Kermit skipped is he didn't turn in the Smiths. We know that the purple chest has one of the coins. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we've missed since that. I feel like everything else has been cleared. Kermit hasn't turned in the mushroom.
It gives access to Mire Shed.
That's right. So Zasis did remember those gloves are the mitts there.
Yep.
Now he's gonna clear out Desert, and we're gonna be all tied up as far as pendants and crystals are concerned. So the question is, where do you head? Do you go in Mire Shed, or do you head to Ice Palace? I feel like you gotta go turn in that flute first.
Yeah, activate the flute, and then I think, if it were me, Ice Palace would sort of be a stronger play just for item density, but you're not in go mode, so Mire is probably quicker. Mire to Shed is probably the play.
Yeah, I feel like those are the quicker. You can just go in and check those real quick, and then if you get anything, use that as a guide. Otherwise, you head over to Ice Palace. And Azazus makes quick work of Landmolus there, and is rewarded with a compass. We're going to see both runners turn in their flute relatively close to each other. So for anyone just joining us, we are doing a all dungeons standard randomized sword hard mode. So those codes at the top that you see, the first 2 symbolize all dungeons. The Zelda represents a standard mode. The question mark is randomized swords, and the H stands for hard. Azazas goes for Ice Palace. Did he turn in his flute yet? No, he hasn't got the flute because he hasn't turned in the Pyramid Fairy. So
correct.
He just completed his 5-6 crystals and heads right towards Ice Palace, which is a good play. Kermit, though, had done that already and is probably going to head to... Oh, he's going to turn in his mushroom, which makes sense.
It's a good play.
And Azaza skips our first hint there. Kermit eager to fill up his potions, forgetting that he already has blue potions granted to him by the Pyramid Fairies.
Oh well, doesn't take much time to get that message.
Yeah, no. Important to get that stuff. Okay, so apparently he did read it. Some cash and paradox. Very helpful. Kermit gonna turn in his green pendant here as well. Sasha says, thanks for the pendant. Here's a 20. Go get me a soda.
Yep. And that's a rather useless hint since we did that at the start of the game.
Yeah. You want a useless item? Here you go. And you already have it. Here's a hint for it. Zazas very expertly sets up his bomb jump.
Yep, there was no question about that one.
Ice Palace is one of those dungeons that I feel like people hate going into. And when you hate it, it's usually the right play. This is the right play. We're going to have some progression here somewhere. The question is, how do you full clear it? If you find, let's say you find the mirror, do you continue on? Find the hookshot, do you continue on and keep clearing, or do you just get the item that you that gives us progression? Well, that's a really good hit for Azazas.
That's a good hit for Asa right now, yeah.
Yeah.
But he did just pass out the big chest.
Yeah, I think he'll probably grab it on his way through there again as he comes back. Azazas really rewarded with that clue, or that hint. It's a really helpful hint because let's say he does find some sort of progression here that leads him away from it. Like, let's say he finds the hook shot. It might be a while until he finds that pyramid, goes back for that Pyramid Fairy. So getting that hint is really, really helpful if we find progression here.
Yeah, if we find the hook shot here, that would tend to pull a runner up the east side of this mountain, say. Because then you can get your paradox chicken, you can get Turtle Rock information, and then you can swing back.
You can actually clear Hera as well. So I think we've seen 2 items. Is it a blue rupee and a blue meringue?
Aw, that was not exactly what was best to see, because that means that asazas not checking the big chest is not as much of a big thing as I thought.
Yeah. So it looks like Cold Stare's actually going to have an item.
Cold Stare's gonna have something for us.
We're going to need to see some progression soon, either here or in the Mire Shed.
Yep, because you can't even get into Mire without the hook or boots. As Kung Robert just said. You also need the Canvas of Mario, which we also don't have.
We're making pretty good pace, though. This is going to be our 6th dungeon in just over an hour. And we get Cold Stare with both Fire Rod and Bombos if we want to use. And this Tempered Sword should make it nice and easy.
Yep.
Right in the corner where you want them. Azazas makes it look like a takes it down like a pro.
Walk in the park. Just stick them in timeout and never let them come out.
So Mire Shade is the play then. Ice Palace at Zippo. So Azazas needs to go grab that Pyramid Fairy Bomb, go get his flute and activate it. And Kermit's gonna take down Cold Stare here in just a few minutes.
Asa, what are you doing? You need to go. You saw the hint for the flute. Why are you up here? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, we haven't seen the Smiths yet. I'm not sure where Azazas is going.
Maybe Spike Cave, like Quickdraw says. Possibly.
Yeah, but he got that hint for the flute. That's strange.
Maybe he's desperately thinking something's here.
Yeah, so the checks that we haven't seen are the Smith chain, which we know which the purple chest contains. We don't know what the blacksmiths actually have, and then Mire Shed. He's still not heading to turn in that. Does he not know that he's got the 5-6 crystals? That can be the only thing that I think of. Is doesn't realize that he can do the Fat Fairy or the Pyramid Fairy right now.
He's not in the right place to go try them again.
Cold Stare gets away a little bit from Kermit, but Kermit takes him down, no problem.
Yeah, it was no problem.
And picks up his 10 arrows from the puffs, whatever they are.
Sentient piles of cotton candy.
Yeah, my guess is that Azazas doesn't realize that he's got the 5-6 crystals, otherwise he'd go turn it in immediately. So he's going to go do the Smith chain. I mean, he read the hint. That can be that's the only thing that I can think of for him not to go immediately turn that in. And we're going to get our progression here in Mire Shed, whatever it is.
Yep. We're thinking it's progression, just gonna depend on what it is. Swirly coin for interest.
Hook shot. There it is.
Hook shot. There we go. There it is.
We're going back up to the mountains, my friends.
Yep.
Now the blacksmith may still have something, but I have a feeling it's not going to be as good as the hook shot. Is Asus going to catfish?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
I guess, I mean, catfish seems, again, he just must not realize he has the 5-6 crystals.
I mean catfish
these
is
are like
a play.
These are plays you make when you don't have any other plays to make, honestly. I mean, what's Paradox Cave gonna have for us? Just bombs and some money so far. We got 5 chests here, so hopefully something good. Regardless, we can clear out Hera as we come up here.
Yeah.
Big Fish have anything for us?
So far, Paradox is a bust.
Just a piece of heart from the fish, and just cash and Paradox. 7 chests, and all we got is money and a couple bombs to show for it. That's unfortunate. Come on, Azasis, look at your crystals. Check your crystals.
I wish I knew what was going on in his head right now.
$50 on the floating island, so we won't be going for that. We need something big from the Smiths for Azasis to catch up here. Something like that ice rod or something. Something that's like not really progression, but it's an item you need.
Yeah. And we're not.
$5 is not that. So I think Azasis is out of spots to check right now. He's gonna go check. He's gonna go check pedestal, I think. Oh no, he's going into the dark world.
What is? Okay, so he's gonna get the purple chest right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we do know that the purple chest has a coin in it, so that's worth it.
It's got the weighty coin, but
if we need it, that is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better to grab it if you have the option. Better to grab it if you have the option than to let it sit.
Sure.
So
first, he needs to go grab it, though.
Yeah, but okay.
So I think purple chest is his last item location. And Kermit gets to take a trip to see Moldorm here. And again, with Tempered Sword, be nice and quick, and it is.
Yep. Just the burrito.
So Hera didn't have anything for us.
Now,
that means
that long
Super
check.
Bunny Cave?
Super Bunny Cave, maybe, but I think he paused on his start screen for quite a while. So I think he finally realized that he's got the pendants for it.
The 5-6 crystals, yeah.
The crystal forts, yeah. So
Yep.
we're probably gonna see a quick dash to Fat Fairy.
Well, that's good. He's gonna have to make some time to catch up though. He's pretty far behind Kermit right now. So he's gonna have to make some gambles to catch up.
Yep.
And we get to do Spiral Cave without the courtesy of boots. So this is a nice, fun walk to make.
Spiral Cave without boots is a special kind of hell.
And so Meyer was Bombos. Did anybody see what TR was? Did we ever check TR?
We haven't seen TR. He jumped straight
That's right.
down the spiral.
So he's going to go to the Dark World now, check Super Bunny. I imagine we'll get something there, and then we have possibly can open Turtle Rock. Can't really advance without the Canis Mario, though.
Nope, and you can't even become a hover god without the boots.
So Zasis finally gets his flute, and we'll head over and activate it and start making his checks through the Dark Mountain. Or Death Mountain, excuse me. Alright, what's Super Bunny going to give us? There you go. Canis Mario.
And thus,
Nice find right outside of Turtle Rock. Yeah.
Yep.
And we got the hook shot, so might as well do the hook shot cave since we're here.
Yep.
We got ourselves some silver arrows, which can't be used until Ganon, but it is nice to have.
Oh yeah, having them is gonna take a weight off Kermit's mind. And the Turtle Rock entrance medallion is Bombos.
Bombos. So that purple chest is not even needed as well, so that's another waste of time.
Yep.
So yeah, Kermit's just a couple items away from go mode. We need the mirror to get into Swamp Palace, which could be in Ganon's Tower. And we need the Ice Rod, which could also be in Ganon's Tower.
I've seen it happen.
Well, I mean, we've checked everywhere else, so unless we find both those items here in Mire, there's a really good chance that we're going to see them in Ganon's Tower, which is nice because then you can go mode Swamp, and I guess you can go mode TR.
For all the minute or so that a go mode TR saves you.
Yeah, the thing is, though, I mean, Ice Rod could be... I mean, Ice Rod could be anywhere, honestly. It could be in Swamp, it could be in TR, could be in Ganon's Tower.
I've seen Ice Rod be on fourth chest in the Laser Ridge. That's fun.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty common. But he is going to get his 7th crystal here in Mire, so the time to Ganon's Tower is going to be soon. And this is a weird, one of those weird situations where if you're playing just a normal defeat Ganon seed, you're in go mode at this point. You just blaze through Mire as fast as you can, but we're still 2 items away from go mode, so you got to really full clear this place.
Yeah, which is a little inconvenient, but better to full clear it and not run the risk of like abandoning an item down here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because if you mistakenly go mode Mire and orphan the ice rod in here, you're gonna be hating life for a bit.
Yeah, no, it's worth it just to clear it out, especially since you have 2 items that you need to clear out.
Though, as chat points out, Ganon's Tower is a really item-dense location, so that might be where you find it. Or we could find the boots here in Mire.
You ready to go fast? Hour 21 minutes into the game, I'm ready to go fast.
Where have you been all my life?
I mean, you always want to find the boots early, but just finding the boots is such a good feeling. And Azaze is going to pick up his Keen of Samaria. Kermit looks like he's going to be getting his big key in cutscene chest here. Oh, he pushed the block just a little too far. Wasn't able to get the shot off. And misses the second one. That's unfortunate.
That is just unfortunate.
Meanwhile, Zazes picks up his silver arrows. Let's see where Zazes heads now.
Wow, what a worthless hint.
What did it say? I missed that one.
It said the boot is in Misery Mire.
Great.
Thanks, we didn't just get those or anything.
And unfortunately, I'm not sure about Azaz's routing for Death Mountain, because he has to climb it twice, basically, fully, by clearing the Dark World out at the same time as doing the Light World. So now he has to go back up on all the way around to get to Hera. Yeah, I don't know.
The question from the chat is BB Kermit in a commanding lead? I don't know if I'd call it commanding, but it's there. It's certainly there.
Yeah, he's definitely in the lead. I don't know by how much. It's a few minutes, but Kermit's got 1 heart. Is he going to use his potion? He does. Even if he had powder in hard mode, it doesn't give you fairies. It just gives you a single heart. We'll see if he uses his potion here. A death here would definitely help Azazus catch up.
Yep. The fact that he hasn't used it yet is a little questionable.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh
no.
Oh, that's... Ugh, he forgot.
Yeah, hard mode. That hard mode doesn't give you the protection. That's unfortunate.
Just giving time back to Asa.
mean, it's not a long dungeon, but it's not a short one either. This is definitely a time loss.
That's a mistake you're only going to make once.
Yeah. It's tricky because the cane works for Spike Cave, but nowhere else as far as invincibility goes. And if you don't play a lot of hard mode, you know, it's something that you can forget pretty easily.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think what was unfortunate is he has the blue goo, so he could have just used it right there. But
yeah, the fact that he didn't use it is interesting. Maybe he forgot that he had it. I don't know.
And down goes Moldorm for Asazas and picks up his 6th crystal. And he'll actually be making his way to Mire as well. Won't be too far behind. Won't be too far behind Kermit here. Kermit, I think, just wanted to make this as close as he could.
Yeah, he wanted to give us some excitement after this kind of boring seed.
Yeah, it's one of those seeds that, you know, just didn't give us a lot of chances to diverge and do some crazy stuff. It was just like, here's a piece of progression. Okay, now make your checks. Now here's the piece of progression to go here. You know, it was like very, very, very linear.
It did give us a chance to focus more on execution than on routing.
That is very true. And it looks like Kermit's going to go with NMG strats for Vitreous here. But let's not take another death, Kermit.
No, that would be very disastrous.
Yeah, even with Blue Mail, these eyeballs bite hard, so don't want to get shocked, don't want to touch one.
I mean, it's not so much a routing lead as it is a misrouting time loss. So I don't know if I'd say.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, the big difference was Asazas left the mitts in Desert Palace on the desert ledge right after getting the Moon Pearl and not clearing desert when he had the opportunity. He saved and quit after finding the Moon Pearl on the right side of the desert. Well, before we get to that, we've got 7 crystals, so we're gonna head up to GT, and you know what that means.
That means we have 1 through 22 possible locations for our Gantar Big Key. He might be heading up to Gantar right now. That'd be maybe where I go. He's got the hookshot out.
Okay, so Kermit's going to make some checks first. Okay, and then he's going to head up to GT, where we have 22 different locations that the big Ganon's Tower Big Key can be. You get your guesses in now, and we'll see where it ends up.
And since we don't know when Kermit's going to dip GT, it's probably going to be coming up pretty soon, so...
Yeah, you have time to get your guesses in. Looks like he's going to make some checks before he heads up there, which makes sense because he still needs both the Mire and the Ice Rod. So, is there a place that you like to guess, Claymore?
I like to guess number 8, which is in standard routing. That's going to be the double firebar room.
And standard routing would be right side, first 2, and then left side, or
And
full
then
right
full
side?
left. That's correct.
Okay. I like to go Bob's Chest. That's always my favorite spot to pick. It's like one of those places that's sort of late. So Kermit is making his way up to Ganon's Tower now, so make sure you get your guesses in there.
Although that hint might actually have ended up helping Asa, because he's about to get his boost. He didn't have him when he read the hint.
Yeah, but I can't imagine him leaving an item in Misery Mire.
Oh, certainly not.
What's going to be fun with this Ganon's Tower as well is our players aren't going to stop when they find that Ganon's Tower big key. So it could be number 1, and then they keep going because they're looking for that mirror and they're looking for that ice rod.
Kermit's at least going to open Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we're heading into Ganon's Tower with, what's that, 9 hearts? And Tempered and Blue Mail. I thought this was supposed to be a hard seed, Claymore.
Yeah, I think the seed lied to us a little bit.
All right, get your last second guesses for Ganon's Tower in now. As we head in, we'll close it up.
Max Davis, the reason we need Ice Rod and Mirror is it is a rule in this seed is all dungeons. We are going to be picking up the pendants.
Chest number 1, Bob's Torch, just a key. And he's going left, so I wonder if he... Well, this makes sense because there's no mirror right now, so he's probably going to go full left. Number 2, 5 rupees. Number 3, a piece of heart. Number 4, the fire shield. And a key.
That's number 5, which means number 6 is going to be the double firebar room.
As Zaza picks up his 7th crystal and will make his way towards Ganon's Tower, we find number 6 is our our Ether Medallion.
Yep, completely useless in this seed, but interesting to find nonetheless.
Is it going to be number 7? Number 7 is Piece of Heart.
Numbers 8 through 11 here in the rando room. It's called the Randomizer room because in the vanilla game you have no reason to ever go here.
Yeah, that's right. Number 8, the Ice Rod.
There we go. That's what we wanted to see.
9, 10, 11. There we go. So we're almost there for true go mode. Number 12 is going to be Bob's chest. Let's see if we find it there. That was my guess.
Yep. So let's see if we're gonna go steal the big key from Bob here at number 12. That's weird.
Just
You're
10
not
arrows.
stealing.
Number 12.
We're not stealing the key from Bob, but Bob's sprite was not the usual.
Yeah, we killed Bob when we got that key off the lamp.
Oh yeah, that's right. I missed that one.
All right, 13, 14, and 15 coming up. Let's see what we've got. Number 13 is the compass. 14 is 20 rupees. 15 is 5 rupees.
So now we get a bit of a painful exit without the mirror.
Yeah, let's make the long trek through the rest of GT, something you normally don't see in a rando race. And Azaze is going right first. So he's going to miss our first look. Oh, look at that. First chest on...
Woo! So that's
right
going to be number 16.
So if you pick number 16, you are going to be our... Oh, actually, number 17 is going to be our winner because...
Oh, shit. Number 17, that's right.
Kermit went right first. And as we said, he's going to keep going because he needs to find that mirror. So is he going to stay here in Tile Room? He is. So Zace is going to make his way through the left side of Ganon's tower, get his ice rod, and then follow suit with Kermit. So he's not that far behind. Tower room just gives us 20 rupees. So it really is going to come down to execution now. Kermit has a slight lead, but that can go fast if he doesn't execute well here. Kermit running out of magic here is doing bomb strats and not going well. Here we think we got it. Nope.
No.
This is the execution that we were talking about. You know, all this time wasted is time
There
that
we
is
go.
used to make up. Still no mirror. That mirror could very well be in Turtle Rock.
Or it could be in the big chest.
That is true. It could be in the big chest.
Ooh, oh man. Oh!
Kermit's just taking the death warp.
I mean, he was about to get to the big chest. I think it's right through that door.
Where is he going now? Oh,
Back
he's gonna go. I like this play. Go clear TR.
Maybe find the mirror in there while he's at it.
Yeah, it makes you don't have to check anything else through GT, and you don't have to make your way back up here either. So I like this play a lot. And you can't really go mode TR either.
That hint's not wrong. Everybody is looking for something, and right now it's the mirror. Unfortunately, that big chest not having the goods today.
And Azaza's making the same play. But he's honestly made up quite a bit of time because he is not that far behind Kermit right now.
Yeah, finding that big key right off the bat was pretty big for him. Kermit forgetting that Can of Burner does not make you invulnerable.
Yeah, that's the second time this has happened. And just taking a death warp here again. No mirror. Kermit lost, a bit of time right after that torch room on the right side of GT, missing all those bomb shots. That cost him quite a bit of time there. Both runners making their way through TR looking for that mirror. Who's going to find it first?
Whoever finds it first is going to maybe take an advantage. They do still have to actually beat Trinex, but...
But the seed has been easy for us, so their Trinex fight should be pretty easy.
There's the big key. Where is that mirror in Mimic Cave? Could it be? 'Cause I don't know if we saw a hint for it. I don't think we did.
Well, you can't find the mirror in Mimic Cave.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
₹300 there in the big chest. So with as close as this is, it really is all execution from here on out. There's not a lot of places left to check that to like search for the mirror. Kermit hasn't done the Smith stuff. There's a couple things that he hasn't done, but we know that it's not there, so they're gonna run into it here probably in Laser Bridge or as they make their way up Ganon's Tower.
Yep. Now, a play that I saw in a last seed that I really like as far as routing goes is to do Aghanim 2 first, is to complete Ganon's Tower first, and then deal with Aghanim 1 later, because finishing Aghanim 1 will put you right in front of the Ganon Tower chamber.
Yeah, that's pretty standard routing when you have an all dungeon seed. And there we go.
There we go.
We're officially in Go mode. 144.56 for BBB Kermit. And Azaze is going to be right behind him.
Yes, indeed. As they're doing the reset, the safety room, safety door.
So yeah, Azazas is, you know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes behind, maybe.
Yeah, the lead got closed in Ganon's tower, really.
Both have tempered, both have silvers. So we're down to execution here. Who's going to execute the best as they navigate through GT, through Swamp? They still have to do Aga 1 and finish. So we're still, even though we are in go mode, we still have a few places to check off.
Yep, and a few places where the lead could still flop between our runners. Ooh, missing that shot.
Come on, Azazas, you can don't die here.
Ooh, he's gotta be really careful. He's almost out of magic. Ooh, oh, that's...
no, he did run out of magic.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
And Kermit, instead of just going and clearing GT, has decided he'd like to climb the mountain again and heads down to Swamp first. So,
I mean, I guess this is a decent play. I mean, I probably would have cleared Ganon's tower first if it were me.
yeah, that makes sense. But he is bailed out a little bit with Azazas taking that death there to Trinex. And making short order of it this time. Killing the first two next and going to take down the third here. And Kermit just going to fly through Swamp as fast as he can. We'll see if Azazas follows Kermit's lead and goes to Swamp or just clears out Ganon's tower first. Nope, Azazas is going to head to Ganon's tower, which feels like the right play.
I'm not sure if either play is right, but this one is probably a more efficient use of time.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't have to climb the mountain again. So Kermit's gotta climb Death Mountain again to get back up to Ganon's tower. That takes time. And Kermit, I was wondering if he's gonna go make checks because he's got everything he needs, buddy. You don't need to go make those checks. And just want to point out the chat, we're having little tracker issues, and I think we've got the tracker all up to date. Big shout out to Claymore for double dutying it a bit here. So Kermit gonna make short order here of the Jigglypuffs.
Oh yeah, it's not going to present any danger.
There we go.
There we go. With all 10 dungeons completed, Kermit can just waltz right up to Aghanim and slap him in the face.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do GT and then probably do the standard route and then do an Aga 1 after. So it truly is all execution from here on out. Who's gonna have a better Ganon's Tower? Who's gonna have a better Aga 1? Kermit had a really good swamp. It's hard to say who has the lead right now. I think Kermit.
Yeah.
That climb.
It's a
that
very
climb on
very
it. The climb up. Yeah, the climb up back up GT takes time. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get a close one here.
Yeah, if Kermit can still be said to be in the lead, it's not a very big one.
So here we go, Kermit making his way through Ganon's Tower now. And Azaza made quick work of the gauntlet and the tower.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Almost got bullied off the edge.
Don't troll us. Oh,
man.
And Azaza's getting trolled by Moldorm there.
That's painful.
These are the moments. This is where races are won and lost right here. Is these little moments. But down he goes. And Kermit just about to hit the gauntlet. As Azazas enters Aga 2.
The dreaded geometry wizard.
I think that was a double.
Yeah, it looked like it hit too close for it to be a triple.
Another double.
That was a nice Aga.
Oh, that was one.
Missed the last one.
Oh, so that first one wasn't a double.
Oh. It was too quick even to be a double.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, well. Can't win them all.
Yeah, still a solid Aga 1. He got trolled by those first three shots. Kermit not too far behind here. Having a little trouble with Landmolas here. And Azaza's probably going to go do Aga 1 now. Oh, he's going to take care of Swamp first. That makes sense.
Yep. Because Aga 1's going to dump him right on top of Ganon.
Yeah, he can just save and quit right after Swamp, and that'll put him right again in. Oh no, it won't, because he hasn't done Aga 1. Never mind. Yeah, it feels like if you do Aga 1 first, you can then do Swamp, save and quit, and then just be right at Ganon. But
Sure, but that's an extra step because you have to get off the pyramid and get down the swamp, as opposed to finishing swamp, going to Aga, and then being right there.
Yeah, that's true. Kermit makes his way right through the gauntlet, no problem, and makes his way towards Aga 2. Let's see how quickly Asazas can clear this swamp palace. He got in here right about 156 on the dot. And Kermit, no problems with Mold Arm there.
Moldarum's life savings.
You know, we didn't have a lot of money early, but we got a lot of money now. So get ready to buy some presents. 1,800 rupees to end the seed with.
Yep.
All right, let's see how Kermit does with Aga 2. Unfortunate 0 there. Nice double. Zero, 2, 1 so far. 0, 2, 1, 0. So a little rough for Aga 2 for Kermit here. Ends it with, oh, that's a double as well, not triple. There we go.
And now we're on to the Ganon fight.
Actually, we got to do Aga 1 first.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot for a second what we were doing.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't go and just drops down, because that wouldn't be good. You can't mirror there, Kermit.
I mean, you can try, but...
So this way through Aga's Tower should be pretty easy with the equipment that our runners have here. And Asazas takes down the eyeball there and it finishes it up just under 3 minutes. So I don't have the exact time that Kermit entered, but not going to be much more.
You said, oh, that Kermit.
150.
I don't know.
Yeah, 158.30 for Kermit, it looks like. So it looks like it's just going to be under 2 minutes for that separates these two runners. Yeah, about 1.5 minutes separate these two runners here.
Yeah, really collapsed it here at the end.
All right, what's your guess for the number of blue balls we see from Aga 1 here?
Well, Signal's being a little mean to saying 7. I'm gonna go with 4.
I'm gonna go with 1. I think Aga's gonna be nice to us. All right, here we go.
Let's see what we got.
He's being nice so far. That's 1.
There's your 1.
No more, Aga, no more. There's 2. I'm out. It's number 3. Oh, Zace is falling here, losing some time. Three is our number.
3.
All right, so Azasis really needs Kermit to have a fall here, or just a really bad game and a death, something.
Yeah, death again or a fall would put Asa back in the lead.
And this should be a quick fight. We just missed the 1-1. That should be good. Don't take any more bats though, Kermit.
You cannot afford it.
All right, on to phase 3. Not being kind with the teleports.
No, just bouncing around like a ping pong ball.
Sure did find those arrows. Didn't hide them very well again. Kermit playing it safe, getting that torch glitch. He does have a silver as he switches to him. It's a double.
One more.
There we go.
That'll do it for Kermit.
Go get your GGs in chat. Kermit, don't fall off that edge. I've seen him do it before.
Yeah. This gap is the true final boss.
All right, and with that, BBB Kermit finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 14 seconds. GG's to BBB Kermit.
Congratulations.
And Azaza's just not that far behind him. He really
We
made
have
up.
Kermit here
quite a
with
bit.
us. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, hello. Pretty good.
That was a seed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I kind of like the seed, but I was a bit confused sometimes during the race, especially in the end. Like, I didn't know how to route this at all.
Yeah, you left after doing Turtle Rock. You left and did Swamp instead of clearing out GT right there. So you had to make that climb again, and that gave Azasis, a little bit of time to catch up.
Yeah, I didn't even thought about it. Like,
You also had
but it
that.
worked out somehow.
Yeah, you also had that unfortunate death in Mire using the cane of Berna.
Yeah, it's like I think I've played.
Oh, that was a
hard mode,
nice
maybe.
triple from Aza right there. He got a sweet triple at the top.
Oh, thank God I finished a bit faster.
And Azaza is going to finish in second place here as he crosses the bridge. Get you an official time. Azaza finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 50 seconds.
And "we" is an appropriate comment for this seed.
So, did you forget that the cane doesn't provide invincibility?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it one time before, I think, but like during the race, it's kind of hard to remember this stuff if you only played this mode like once or twice, or I don't know, maybe 4 times.
Yeah. That's what we figured. Is it's something that if you don't play it a lot, it's easy to forget.
And we're being joined now by Aza. Congratulations on your finish, Aza.
Well, thank you. Well, even though I am pretty upset about this one.
Well,
there's always one every journey.
Yeah, I think the question that everyone has after watching the seed was the desert play. What happened when you got the Moon Pearl and noped out? Did you forget that the mitts were on the ledge, or what exactly happened there?
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, yeah. So first of all, I mismarked my red crystals. So I marked Eastern and Hera as red crystals.
Yeah, we figured.
So
we figured when you didn't get after getting the Pyramid Fairy hint, not immediately going to Pyramid Fairy, we figured that you didn't, or you mismarked or forgot, or didn't realize that you had the 5-6 crystals then.
Yeah, pretty much. And then when I went to Eastern and got the Moon Pearl, like I was just thinking, which is a very stupid decision, but well, I mean, I've been roaming around the light world for the longest time now, so I really want to get to the dark world. I grabbed the 2 items already in deserts, and well, in my head, just it was a regular crystal, so I could go back later with like the flute or the boots. I didn't want to walk all the way back in deserts. And yes, as I was saving and quitting, I just thought, wait, I am an idiot. I just saw the myths in the desert ledge.
Yeah, honestly, those two things were the difference in the seed. You know, forgetting the myths and then forgetting that you are not realizing that you had the 5-6 crystals. But overall, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the seed? It was very linear.
Yeah, I thought it was too linear for me to actually win, so I guess I got kind of lucky that Aza messed up a bit. But it happens, like, it's rando. Like,
I messed up a lot.
And this was your choice. What were we thinking as far as choosing the modes that you chose?
I mean, I think it was a good choice. Like, I kinda trust the execution, so, and kinda NMG experience and such, and that was the reason I picked hard and all dungeons. But yeah, of course, if you make those kind of mistakes, you can't really expect to grab a win here in this tournament.
Yeah, it really comes down to the little things, and it just added up to just a little too much. I mean, you finished really close behind, but you know, the little things make the difference when you have 2 good runners.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was more the red crystals than the myths in this seed, because the myths weren't really locking anything important, but
Right.
like anywhere else that wasn't locked by the myths also didn't have anything important. It was just that one bottleneck.
Yeah, you end up doing the Smith chain and routing in catfish and all that stuff, and not getting anything out of it. So, did you do the right side of GT? I think we missed that.
I did not.
Yeah, so you did catch up quite a bit by skipping the right side of GT, and you got to Turtle Rock, just a little bit behind Kermit there.
I mean the left side of GT, because the key was in the left-hand chest on the right side.
Yeah, but he didn't do full right.
Oh yeah, to clear out the rest of the items.
Yeah, just grab the keys and clear the other side of the dungeon.
I got almost grabbed an entire room. That was really close when the tile hit me.
Oh yeah, that was close. Yeah, there was just a couple things like each runner had a lead at certain points, and then something would happen and it would swap back and forth. And Azazas, you were really catching up, and then you had that you ran out of magic on the Trinex fight. That cost you a bit of time as well.
Yeah, that was really bad. Really bad. Late execution was absolutely atrocious. Like, yeah, I was already on tilt and tired, so I messed up Trinex, I messed up Argus, I messed up Ganon. It was really like, if I had any possibilities of catching up in the end, then yeah, after that it was just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But that triple silver on Ganon was a thing of beauty, let me tell you.
Yeah, it was like a consolation prize or something.
Well, you guys did put on a great show today. I mean, it was back and forth and it was close, despite how you guys feel about some of your execution. It was a really good race. And
it was really interesting seeing you guys like swap over dungeons. Like one of you was in Thieves Town, the other was in Dark Palace, and you swapped over. Then the same thing in Eastern. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad you enjoyed it as well, a little more than I did.
yeah. I can imagine being frustrated with a couple of those things. Mismarking trackers is one of the most frustrating things in Rando.
I guess it happens to everyone at some point.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that it happened in a tournament race. Well, any last thoughts, guys? You guys, this was your first match. Kermit, you get to select your next race. Do you have an idea? You don't have to give it away what it's going to be. Do you have an idea of what you got cooking up for you guys' next race?
Yeah, probably just standard, normal Ganon. I don't like the variations too much, so I'll just stick to the things I'm decent at, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll try to run it back then.
That'll be good.
Oh, do you guys have any closing thoughts for us or for our viewers today?
Thanks for watching, thanks for commentating, tracking, and obviously the restream, and yeah. Good luck in the next race, Ada.
Yep, same to you, Kermit. So thank you for the restream. Thank you everyone for watching this absolute train wreck of a seed.
Well, if you guys are looking for more rando, right now we have going on Speed Gaming 1, a link to the tournament race between Data World and Sea Falcon. It's going to be in all dungeons, swordless, hard mode. So that's going to be really, really interesting to watch. If you guys thought that this seed was easy with both the runners having Tempered Sword, we'll take a look at that one because they don't have any swords. And starting at 6 on Speed Gaming 2 is Bonta vs GFE 12, inverted randomized hard. So if you want to see somebody go from the Dark World to the Light World, that's going to be your seed to watch.
Might as well promote a race tonight as well.
Oh yeah, we got some guy named Fear Agent going up against 1 Up 40 at 10:30.
That's right, and Claymore 729 is going to be doing commentary for that one. So
I'm definitely going to watch that.
if you enjoyed what you saw here, you get a little bit of both.
And that's going to be on SG3 for you. Any closing thoughts, Fear?
Yeah, that was a fun seed. I know it was linear, and we got to see some pretty straightforward stuff, but we saw some good execution. We saw some not the best execution, but we got to see two runners really give it their all. So that was fun, and I really enjoyed doing commentary with you, Clay.
I enjoyed doing it with you too, Fear. Thank you. And thanks to Kirito for taking care of our tracking for us. And thanks again also to the Speed Gaming Network of channels. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring this to you. So make sure to give them follows: Speed Gaming 1 through 5, and 1 through 6 rather, and ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 5. I think other than that, that's going to about do it for us. I've been Claymore.
Fear Agent.
Have a good day, y'all.